If you're a leader, you know your greatest enemy is chaos. Today, we're diving into the principles from the AI-driven leader to show you how AI can become your partner in cutting through that noise and making a real lasting impact. So let's just start with a question that probably hits a little too close to home. Does your day feel like you're just putting out one fire after another? Bouncing from one urgent email to the next? And if at the end of the day, you're left with absolutely no time for the big picture thinking that actually moves the needle, then yeah, you've fallen into the classic leadership trap. There's actually a name for this feeling. It's called operational overwhelm. It's that state of being completely swamped by the day-to-day grind. And look, the real danger here isn't just about feeling burned out. It's that all this chaos is literally blocking you from doing the strategic work that's essential for any kind of real sustainable growth. So, this brings us right to the core challenge, the dilemma that pretty much every modern leader is facing today. Here's the thing about trying to get 10x growth. You don't get there by working 10 times harder. The math behind the solution, which is inspired by Dan Sullivan's work, it points to something pretty radical. You have to be willing to just shed that 80% of tasks, the stuff that gives you minimal results, so you can pour all of your energy into that critical 20% that creates massive, massive value. Okay, so how in the world do you actually do that? How do you make that shift? Well, the answer really lies in totally reframing your relationship with technology, specifically by starting to see AI not just as another tool, but as a genuine strategic partner. And this right here, this is the absolute core mindset change. The old way of thinking saw AI as a tool for automation. It was something you had to manage, and its job was to replace human effort. But the new view, the powerful view, sees AI as a partner that actually enhances your intelligence. See the difference? It's not a task doer anymore, it's a thought partner you can consult with. The whole goal shifts from replacement to amplification. Let me give you a great way to think about it. Imagine AI as your bias-busting interviewer. It's this perfectly impartial third party that can ask you the tough questions, the ones you might not even think to ask yourself. If you prompt it the right way, you can get it to seriously challenge your core assumptions and shine a light on those blind spots that, let's be honest, we all have. All right, so this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But how do we actually put it into practice? That's what this next section is all about. We're gonna give you a clear, actionable playbook you can start using today. First things first, you have to attack the 80%. I'm talking about that mountain of low-value, repetitive work that just eats up your day. Your job is to be ruthless here. Identify these tasks and then delegate them, automate them with AI. What this does is it frees up your single most valuable resource, your focus. And all that focus you just freed up, it gets reinvested right here. This is so important. This is not about working less. It's about working on what matters more. This is your 20%, the high-impact strategic work. And now you bring AI in, not to do it for you, but to do it with you as a partner, to make your best thinking even sharper.
So, how do you talk to this new partner of yours? Well, there's a really simple but incredibly powerful way to do it called the CRIT framework. First, C is for context. You gotta give the AI the full background. Then, R is for role. You assign it an identity. Tell it, act as a senior marketing expert, for example. Now, here's the magic step. I is for interview. You actually ask the AI to question you back, to probe and find the gaps in your own thinking. It's a game changer. And finally, T is for task. You spell out a super clear, specific action you need. This little framework turns a simple prompt into a really powerful strategic conversation.
When you really start using this playbook, the impact goes way beyond just getting more done in a day. You're fundamentally changing how you lead. You're positioning your entire team, your entire organization for whatever comes next. And the payoff here is something you can actually see and measure. It really breaks down across 3 key areas. First, you get productivity. Your workflows just get faster, plain and simple. That naturally leads to greater efficiency as your processes become leaner and smarter. But the ultimate goal, the real win, is value. This is where your output becomes more creative, more impactful, and way more meaningful to your customers. Okay, to make this whole thing real, you have to build a new habit. And I've got a super simple but really powerful tip for you. I mean it. Do this right now. Grab a sticky note and write this question on it. How can AI help me do this? And then stick it on your monitor. Just having that small, constant reminder will train your brain to start seeing all the opportunities for AI partnership that are already in your daily workflow. So let's wrap it up with this thought. The technology is here, it's ready. Your next thought partner is literally waiting to help you escape that operational chaos and finally get back your time. Your time to be a true strategic leader. So the only question left is, are you ready?